I want to deep
Good.
dive into this Caitlin Clark conversation because
Ooh,
Did
wee.
Lonzo Ball just play for Angel
no,
Reese's for her
Quinn had a
five?
lot to say.
I'm on the Caitlin train now. My
No,
the white
oh,
queen.
Quinn, hold on, wait. What happened, Quentin? Hold on, what happened?
It
Let
was
me play this
That was
video
quick.
first. Let me play this video and then we're gonna get into it.
a rough night for Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. Last night, she only scored 3 points and a blowout loss to the New York Liberty. But it was a game on Saturday between the Fever and the Chicago Sky that had a lot of people talking. Fans were so hyped for Caitlin, Angel Reese, and Camila Cardoso to all be back on the same court. However, the moment that made headlines, this right here, the hard foul involving Clark and Kennedy Carter. Eva Pilgrim has that story for us.
Hey, good morning, Robin. As you know, there is no love lost between these two teams. People were excited to see those rookies on the court together again, but
She kind of bad though on the low, but we're gonna continue. You know, I got a thing for newscasters.
all the players on that
I've
court
noticed.
giving fans a show.
This morning, this physical moment involving the WNBA's most high-profile rookie raising questions.
Unnecessary.
Chicago's Kennedy Carter shoulder-checking the Fever's Caitlin Clark, knocking her to the ground. The call initially deemed a common foul by officials.
A little surprised that it's nothing more than a common foul beyond that.
Shortly before that moment, what appears to be an exchange of words between the two on the other end of the court.
Her and Carter were jawing a little bit back and forth the last few possessions.
Clark addressing the incident after Saturday's game.
I wasn't expecting it, but I think it's just like, just respond, come down, let your play do the talking. You know, it is what it is, I guess. I don't know.
While Carter refused to talk about it during the post-game press conference,
I ain't answering no Caitlin Clark questions.
but defiant on social media, posting, "I love the hate more than the love. I'd rather you hate me than love me."
Anytime you have a high-profile rookie who comes with a lot of hype coming into the league, there are veterans who are going to want to send a little bit of a message that this is still their league. This is something that Caitlin is going to have to work, to become a star in this league.
On Sunday, the
So that's enough. We don't need to deep dive into it anymore. So the question becomes, why does Caitlin Clark get so much smoke?
She white and she
Because she
straight.
white and because she's straight. Yep.
She white and she straight.
But
Everything that
see, here's the
WNBA
problem
is
though.
not.
She is the cash cow.
Yeah.
That's just the
1000%.
facts. She the
Pat
cash cow.
McAfee broke it down because they tried to say Angel Reese was.
No, nobody is
They were trying to
carrying and
make it
checking
seem
for
like they were the
Angel
same,
Reese.
and
They not the
they
same.
broke down the numbers
They not the same. Listen,
at
whenever you
all.
can come into the league and you are the player that incentivized your team for a league. Let's be clear. The league has been losing on average between 10 and 12 million dollars every year since it's in its existence. Okay?
They
So it's
flipped
not a
winners.
profitable league at all. But whenever
Right.
you start to become, because listen, nobody was fucking checking for the WNBA.
Nope.
Honestly, nobody before this rivalry and all of this stuff, and before they started to find a star, and all of this, nobody was checking for the WNBA. Bro, I've talked more about the WNBA this year than I ever have in my entire life. Usually we just talk about the WNBA to troll it and say how bad it is and that we're gonna pay $72 in order to buy the entire front row out, right? But nobody is checking for it. Now, I just looked at it like I guess it was like a TikTok or whatever, one of her teammates that was all excited about the fact that they get to fly chartered planes and
That's
all of
crazy.
this stuff. Yeah, and so now, and Caitlin Clark was literally just in the front chilling. She wasn't even the one that was excited. She was just slow motion, and everybody else was super excited about it and stuff like that. And so, my thing is, if she's the cash cow, why aren't people? You always protect the bag.
No.
In my opinion, under no circumstances do you let the bag suffer. It's almost like these entertainers or these rappers or whatever, and you know what I'm saying? There'd be a bunch of people around them, and they be letting like dog. You always protect the bag. It kind of remind me of the whole Jay-Z thing, and that his homies took the charge for him, or took the charge when they got caught up, understanding that Jay-Z was the star. I just don't understand why the jealousy when she literally the reason why a lot of them probably gonna be getting bags after her, and while she's there.
Black
Man,
women
this
will
is.
always
Go ahead, Quinn.
Black women will always sabotage what's in their best interest. First it was
Mm,
Mm.
their men, now it's Caitlin Clark.
Oh gosh.
like
mm,
it's just like why? Just think what happens if Caitlin Clark gets hurt for the rest of the season. Like
exactly.
I don't want to see her get hurt, but I would want to know what it would look like if you take this piece away for the remainder of the
Viewer
season.
viewership chalked. Viewership
Because
is chalked.
I can tell you this, my ass put in my credit card to sign up for a channel that Caitlin Clark was playing on. I said, "What the
Did you
fuck am I
really?
doing?" Nigga, I put in my debit card. I said, "I want to watch this game because Caitlin's playing."
Mm,
Nigga, I ain't
Wow.
never had no NBA TV in my damn life, but that's the only channel the game was on. So I said, "You can take my debit card for a month."
wow, that's pretty crazy, bro. But I mean,
And
yeah, she is the
I
cash
haven't
cow.
felt the need to do that with anybody. I'm yet to watch Angel Reese play. I fucking hate that hoe.
Yeah, but okay, so let me flip it then, right? Quentin, you didn't necessarily care for Caitlin Clark at first.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's been 5 games since that conversation, and she did a little bit more.
Well, I mean, I'm saying, but why didn't you care for her in general?
Well, I didn't care for her. She was inefficient because I think she was like scoring back then. It was like 15 points a game, but she was like shooting 20 shots a game,
Mm.
and scoring 15 points off 20 shots is not good. It's not efficient
Yeah, but Quentin, you was heavy on her head though.
Yeah,
because
he was at
she
her
wasn't
neck.
efficient. It's all because I watched you said Gilbert Arenas show. They had a
Mm-hmm.
WNBA chick on there, and she said, and she goes, Caitlin Clark has to jack up a whole lot of shots to get her point. This was back when she was in college. And I
Huh?
started noticing that was the truth when she got to the NBA. But her sentiment was her coach wasn't going to let her jack up that much shots, and she letting her. So,
Well, why wouldn't they let her? You got to give her the green light.
no, that's the norm for the WNBA. They take the stars of college, they dumb you down and put you on a team, and you're not a star anymore. They put you in the system and it takes away everything that made you great. That's the norm. What WNBA has been doing to their players.
I just have never given a fuck about the WNBA, and now because
Me
I've
either.
always thought that it was a bad product, I still think that them chicks look horrible on the floor, and that a
It's
lot of them
food.
chicks be looking trash. But
I watched the
go ahead.
I watched the highlight. They had like a little highlight short on YouTube. Nigga, 5 of the highlights were like missed shots. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, why is that a highlight? They fucking missed.
It's still a bad product, bro.
It is. It's bad. It
The,
is.
now the,
I agree.
the one thing I will say about the whole scenario is like she getting hatred from her teammates though. That's the problem.
Mm.
Like her
You think so?
Yeah,
teammates is
yeah,
like
it's
yeah,
jealousy
no,
though.
no, no, yeah. No, like it's been clips. It's clips. Like you can look at them and you'll see that her teammates are smiling and smirking when she gets knocked over. So that's the problem with it. Like this
That's
shit is
wild.
unheard of, man.
But they all
It's
benefiting
disgusting.
from the fact that they get to ride private though.
Right. That's
it
what the
it
that's
kind of
what the crazy
spoke
part
to what
is.
it speaks to what Matt Barnes says. He's like, nigga, where are her teammates at? Like, they need some enforcers to, hey, this is the cash cow, protect her, and ain't nobody protecting her, and makes sense. Why not?
Yeah.
No, but it's that's what he was talking about because they would that's
Mhm.
exact you probably heard the same interview. Matt Barnes was saying like he was just like, yo, this would have never happened on the Clippers. Because
Never.
he wasn't gonna
Nope.
let it happen. You weren't gonna knock over Chris Paul and Matt
Nope.
Barnes was gonna let it ride. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Like, ain't gonna happen, man. I used to watch the WNBA when they had the Rockers, man. I think that we had the Rockers for like 5 years and then it was
Mm.
over.
Oh, I used to watch it when it was new, and I remember I seen the first dunk by Lisa Leslie. I used to
I
rock
seen
out
that.
with it.
I seen that shit on ESPN. I didn't watch the games though. I couldn't.
Cheryl
It was
Swoops and what's the Sky's head coach, the Chicago Sky's head coach?
I don't remember.
It
I
was it was
it was
mainly it was mainly because you saw all these USA teams, and then when they put them in the
Yep.
WNBA, you kind of was a fan of the USA team players type thing.
Yeah. Rebecca
Yeah,
Lobo, Dawn
Rebecca Lobo,
Staley.
Don Staley.
Yeah.
Yep. So I watched
All right,
Yeah.
them
let me
girls.
let
I
me
watched
let
the
me
Dream Team, and that's it.
Let me.
I feel like they should lower the rim down to 9 feet,
That's
and
never
then
gonna
they'll start
happen.
dunking. They start
Never gonna
dunking.
happen.
Woo!
And they would be no Duncan went. The 3 point. That's why
Man,
people like Caitlin Clark. The 27-foot 3 pointer is equivalent to a dunk, and
It's
that's why
never
that's
gonna. It's never ever
the only
gonna
reason
happen,
we
bro.
watch her.
no, it ain't gonna never happen. But
Hold
that
on one
viewership will
second.
go through
Give
the
me a
roof.
second, y'all. Let me get this caller in.
All right.
What's going on, caller?
This girl is so fine. God damn.
Rev. Well, yeah, he was one of the Hebrew Israelites. He dropped. I was gonna bring him up.
Oh,
I'm gonna wait till he called back. Lucid, Lucid. What's going on?
What's up? I've been watching it. I just wanted to bring this point up before I actually opt out. The WNBA is not too far removed from the Brittany Griner situation, and many of the people in the country are not too fond of what happened, how they traded her for, the Merchant of Death. So I think the WNBA needs to really count their blessings that Caitlin Clark is bringing them all this money and acquiesce to whatever needs to happen to make sure they keep it, because the we didn't hear of Angel Reese until we heard of Caitlin Clark, and people don't want to really admit
mm.
that. And if she gets injured, if she gets out anyway, if she goes to the big three, let's just say, they're going to regret the fact that they lost out on all of that money. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And they
Hmm.
need to make sure that this goose is well protected, as Stephen A said earlier on First Take this week.
Yeah,
But
you got to take care of the money. You got to take care of the golden goose. That's 100% fact. I agree with you,
like
Lucid.
you always said, don't fumble the bag. And she is the bag in this case. And it could help everybody. They're on commercial flights. Hell, I'm in a sales job and I make more than some of these WNBA players.
Oh no, we
That's
could trick off on them all day long.
that's crazy.
I'm
So
about I'm about
they're
to I'm
just
about to get me a WNBA player just to have on a team.
you can put her on a payroll and make more than that.
Well, she not gonna be on the payroll. I ain't giving her no money. She just gonna be here for the clout. She gonna want to really live this life.
But yeah,
I'm about to
they're
give me a
just
W.
jealous.
What's these WNBA
Oh
players
shit.
DMs and stuff? I'm about to give me a WNBA player,
Their
bro.
average salary, like Kennedy Carter's salary, the one that was giving Caitlin Clark trouble, 64,151, like $33 an hour to put to shoot a
Don't
ball.
worry about it. I'm about to give me a WNBA player. I'm about to put her in the fleet.
That's good considering what she could be doing for
But
thirty
she
three
got to
an
be
hour.
beautiful though. She can't just
But
be
the
no regular chick.
but the overall factor that I'm about to get off after this is that they're jealous at the fact that all of this acclaim is not off of the fact that they put in all of this hard work, but they're realizing all their hard work was necessarily in vain, and that her work before stepping on a court is getting them this. They're jealous about that, and I think that they're not too far off that they would be willing to sacrifice that just to make sure that she's not the reason that it happens.
Mm. I
Mm.
appreciate you, Lucid. Thank you for the comment, big dog. That's phenomenal, bro.
All right.
Let me see if I can get a couple other callers in here before we keep it moving. Darian, you got to unmute yourself, big dog. Darian, you there? Darian, Darian
Yeah,
going
you can hear
once.
me, bro.
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on, Darian?
What's going on, boss? I heard that point you made about lowering the rim, about how it'll never happen, or it. I that's my biggest pet peeve with the WNBA, is that the logic you use is that the ball you use is smaller, but the goal can be low. So it's not like they're not willing to
Y'all not
adjust
watching
the
that
game
shit
for a
anyway.
woman.
Y'all not gonna watch it either way.
Not watching what?
Listen, unless they start wearing booty shorts and they start cutting the crop top in order to show a little bit more cleavage, and they start dressing up like they're going to the club and putting more effort in the
This
way that they
nigga
look.
right
Y'all
here.
not watching that. Like y'all care if the rim is lower or
I
not. Come on,
I
man.
agree that they could be more feminine, but if you look at the statistics, they 11%. of men consider themselves avid watchers versus 6% women. So the majority of WNBA support is already men. And that's what these hoes looking like,
That's because we like to bet
straight
on the
up dykes.
games. That's because we like to bet on the games, bro.
Man, it's kind of funny. I heard that I forgot what I was
Yeah,
watching.
I mean,
He bounced.
No, he's still there.
yeah, I agree.
Oh,
I agree. No, I
I
agree.
think he got a
I
little
think that
small
they could be
delay.
more feminine for sure. Cameron Brink on the LA Sparks, bro, she
She's
the real
fine
face
as
of the
fuck.
NBA because she's considered to be athletic as hell while also being feminine and soft and
She's
gorgeous.
fine as
Even
fuck,
though
bro.
I'm not. So I'm saying like that's what men want to see. Like you could be fine and good at basketball. You ain't got to walk in looking like one of the bros. Like that's not what a lot of people want to watch. So I'm just saying lower the goals. You already got a smaller basketball. If you got a smaller basketball, then you already compromising the game somewhat anyway.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Thanks for the call, big dog.
That's all I got, bro. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you, man.
all right, man.
Is it Volky?
Yeah.
What's going on, Volky?
Not much, not much. Well, I wanted to say, it's most likely jealousy that's going on. They're just jealous that she's bringing all the attention. But I had a question, like, so, like, how would y'all like improve it? Because I think that they should have followed the NBA blueprint by now, but they haven't.
What's the
They
NBA
can't.
blueprint?
They can't.
Well,
What's
they
the
can't. They
NBA
can't.
blueprint?
With the offense, how the offense is, it's a lot of open space, and like in the past couple of years with Steph Curry, Kyrie, they kind of changed how people really enjoy the game. With because like a few years back, it was like a whole movement called like Jelly Fam, which is based around like doing like crazy layups and like flashy layups and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. And then of course Steph Curry came out and he's shooting threes and all that. So I feel like they should have kind of pushed more towards that instead of like, because a lot of people say lower the rim so they could dunk, but like people expectations of like what they like to see in basketball kind of changed away from dunking. Because I think it was like a study about how the All-Star games is like less dunks and it's more 3-pointers going up. So it's like we enjoy the threes more than dunks these days. And
I
that's why
agree.
like the dunk
The
contest
All
is
Star game
suffering
is
and the
not
three
really
point
real because it's
shot.
not really competitive though. Like
Yeah, that shit
it's not a
trash.
real thing. So it's
All
just
Star
it's
game
just
Yeah, I
like
know,
a
but
trash.
I'm saying like, but like during like the All Star game, it was always just like a highlight dunk show. But now it's just more threes that people are shooting, like
yeah.
in itself.
Yeah, the All Star game is just like a I don't know, man.
Shit, that
All
shit
Star
terrible,
weekend is a
man.
way for you to go out there and get and for niggas to get their girls took. So
Yeah,
Pretty
but
much.
it's
I,
the real draft happens on All Star weekend. That's what All Star Weekend really is. It's the All Star lineup. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So
That's what they in the building.
yeah,
so,
yeah.
but yeah, I feel
So
like
I,
if they would like push towards how the NBA is kind of played today, less on defense, more on high scoring offense, shooting
man, they
threes.
just trash, bro. I don't know why y'all
I
gonna
agree.
just say that these chicks is trash.
I mean, yeah, I mean
Have y'all
they
seen
are.
them in the layup line trying to use their left hand? Them chicks be looking just like a 15-year-old boy, bro.
They be concentrating so hard, nigga.
They do.
You be
It's not
like,
even natural. It's like when you first learn how to use your left hand on a layup. It looked like that. Like
mm,
when they first
yup.
start, when you still trying to make sure that you're coming up off the opposite foot in order to lay it up the right way. It's like, man, get these hoes off my screen, bro.
Yeah. But they got a couple of changers coming up in the next couple of years, so hopefully it happens then
Yeah, we'll see
Nah,
with
what
like
happens.
Paige
I
Bucky and
don't,
Juju Watkins and all them. So they got a
I don't
couple of
see
game
much.
changers.
I don't see much changing, bro. I
I
don't
mean,
see much
they
changing.
got to strike when the iron's hot. Like this is their best chance, and they got to protect Caitlin Clark and basically do the Jordan rule, make her the Jordan. That's what they got to do. To be honest,
Too much
I agree with
jealousy.
that, but that shit
I
ain't
agree.
gonna happen. Ain't
But
gonna happen.
but yeah, that's pretty much the thoughts on that. But I got a question about the show yesterday. Is it
Mhm.
now? I like to watch it. Like I don't really critique it that much. Like I like to look at it and just enjoy it. But like, is Trigger a character? It just
That's really
seems
her.
that way.
That's really her.
Yeah, that's her.
It
Everybody
really
that you
just
see on the
seems that way.
show is
Oh shit.
authentically. Everybody that you see on the show is authentically them.
Mhm.
A character.
It, it
I
it
don't
just
see
comes off that
anybody.
way to me though.
Sometimes I like to stoke the conversation by adding a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, to it because I see sometimes people get a little bit quiet because they're a little nervous about certain subjects. So I might stoke the
Mhm.
fire a little bit. But other than that, everybody just giving their authentic thoughts in real life.
Oh well, that's like the only takeaway. It just but what was her name? Ain't her name like Cam or something?
Yeah, Cam.
She did good. That was a crazy 1v5 she took on.
Yeah, Cam is dope, but Cam is married, so that shit is fucked up.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all I got.
All right, big dog. I
Appreciate you
appreciate
for
you
having me
voting.
up. Appreciate it.
Thank you, bro. Vato. What up, Vato?
Hey, what up?
What
I
up,
What's
mean,
dog? What's the
happening?
word?
JD on before he turned Christian probably got more views than any game that the WNBA broadcast probably.
You say that?
You
Say
know,
that again.
the guy that disrespected that went to take naps at the WNBA
Oh yeah,
before
yeah,
he
yeah,
turned
yeah, yeah. When
Christian.
he took a nap on the front
JD on
row.
he probably
Yeah,
got more
yeah,
views than the WNBA broadcast.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. That's true. That's true.
and then they
Damn.
probably did plan that to get more views right now because you're talking about it. It's on the news.
Yeah,
But
that's
the
true.
reason that Kobe Bryant's daughter is not here no more, that would have been someone to take the lead
That's
on the
true
league.
too. But at the
But
same time, respectfully, one of the reasons why we would have been checking for is because it was Kobe's daughter.
yeah,
You
yeah.
still depending on Kobe in order to get visibility for the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She would
So
probably had the fat contract too. They would have made her pay $1 million facts probably around there because they
it's
paid
so
like a
crazy to
hundred
think
thousand,
that
a
it's
hundred
so
fifty
crazy
thousand
to
or
think that
something.
a lot of them chicks they don't even make as much as I make in a year. None of them. No
Shit in a
WNBA,
fucking month.
no WNBA players fucking with me.
That shit
Maybe
wow.
Clay Clarkson will be whatever.
No WNBA players fucking with me. That's crazy, bro. That's some
Well,
crazy shit to
Caitlin,
think about.
Caitlin just got 28 from Nike.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about on a
Yeah.
regular,
Oh, the regular contract.
the NBA money. None of them
That
is
girl,
fucking with
that
us.
girl on that girl on NBA on ESPN. She probably makes more on ESPN than she ever made in the WNBA. I don't
Yeah,
know what's her name, but she was on First Take with today. Yeah,
I don't even know what they making on. I know the only people that I know that was getting the bag was Shannon Sharp, um, Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless,
I didn't
Shan-
know Stephen A. Smith was as powerful as he is until this week.
well, they giving him all. They make him the top paid person on the whole network.
The smoke that girl had from him is like, look, you're the head dude at ESPN. Whatever you say happens, happens.